Glad to have you with us from Orlando, Florida. And what a night for college football in the stadium known as the Bounce House. The UCF Knights ready to open another season at FBC Mortgage Stadium. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. While the Big Ten has expanded with its massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Brown wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On third down, going up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down. Physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's got him this time. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knights! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Line gets set, first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. You want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. Defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Hurley. They're trying to get to him. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up, just about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Brown will throw it. Finds his big tight end. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
That's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He's going to pass. Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He is brought down, but... job to find some running room and move the chains.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
The running back has it. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the ground, he's got it again. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UCF! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Free safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. Got his man. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Hurley. Working that left side now. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Syracuse doing business in the red zone. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer ones.
They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Washington State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Pullman. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Brown wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the red zone, looking for a man. They're bringing heat. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. They'll run the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Get set.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, first and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball through.
Now the toss. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown Knights! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And how about the aggressiveness? This coach says, I'm going for it. We're going to put 6 on the board. Time ticking down. Maybe be a little bit more conservative. I love the way they took the hammer down. Now they have the lead going into the half. An extra point away from a 7-point lead.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Scanning the field, it's Hurley. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they'll pin their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off he goes. Touchdown Orange. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands. defense, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Across the 25, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. The 30. 10. Touchdown, UCF! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's going to take off. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Syracuse right back at it. Looking downfield, it's Hurley. Trying to get to it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A third down try for the offense. He'll try to pop the draw. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Hurley. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Second down coming up.
They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. He's going to pass on second down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He wants it all. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Syracuse right back at it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. To the air, it's Hurley. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they take it in for 6 more points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They keep attacking through the air. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half. But I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season. And this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Hurley. Coming after him. He'll pull it down. On the move is the 30. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Syracuse right back at it.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Syracuse has it in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Feeling some heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Man, I like the call. 3rd inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
And I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Cuse! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 25.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Wants to throw on 1st down.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, 4th quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive, try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Pocket starts to collapse. Got his man all by himself. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown Orange! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Coming out with it, it's Richardson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coach,